All right, welcome everyone. With Semblance of Sanity, I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Bocchi the Rock, episode 5. Last
All right.
episode was wonderful.
It was so good.
Got that Rio focus, and it was just, yes, it was just
So
what we needed.
wonderful. Yeah. And now we've got a song
We do.
that's at a start.
Yep.
We're probably going to get them performing this song
I would love to see that.
soon. We
Yeah.
also got to see what Bocchi's voice actress is capable of
Indeed.
and how I could be her double if need be.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we did practice on those Nazgul screeches as kids, so
That's true.
you know,
that's true.
yeah.
And I still have the skill. Like I can produce things from this mouth that are unearthly and
Yep.
are capable of hurting people psychologically. I think the DM actually rolls a d4 of psychic damage if I do it long enough.
Yep.
But given that the crew has kind of found their own niche and they're all kind of in their own way trying to avoid taking that psychic damage.
Especially Kita with her aura.
Yes.
Kita with the aura.
Right, not Kitahara.
Hara.
Like
Yeah.
we thought, because I think we're starting to blend what we read with what we hear in Japanese.
Right,
And
and-
kind of creating our own subtitles in our heads.
And they don't say, like, Kita aura, you
Right.
know, because that's
Yeah, that's Jotaro.
right.
And that's not what we're about.
Yeah.
Although these girls with stands,
That would be pretty cool.
I need someone to draw that.
yeah.
I feel like that there's a fan art potential crossover here that's really
Rio's
powerful.
would
Exactly.
be like the badass stand, but
Just
then
sitting there.
Bocchi's would be like
It'd be crazy diamond.
Bocchi's would be the Araki stand where it's like it's silly. It doesn't do anything that you would expect to be helpful, but then it's in this very specific case actually amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Y'all ain't getting paid shit. It's very thin. Oh. That's not nothing, but it's very little.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. Oh, here we go.
That
Oh, music video.
an absolute ton. Ah.
That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
You get to have a vacation during working and stuff. Panic, 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 panic.
Oh,
Hell yeah. So we combine the lyrics with
with the music, and there you go.
music. Yeah. Nice. They're saving the actual music for when they perform it. Cool.
And they were pretty good.
Oh, yes. Kita is jealous. Yes, you strummed without putting your fingers on any of the frets there. Yep.
Oh, she actually.
Oh, off screen though.
Right. Wait, what's your dream?
I think it's to actually like have a band like perform in a specific manner and place and stuff.
Hey.
Yeah.
There's no way you guys are good enough yet.
Yeah, we have hit that point, Jacob. 5 episodes in, and we can predict the sounds and utterances of these characters to describe their emotional states.
Hoi.
Oi.
I keep forgetting that, like, Bocchi actually knows how to play the guitar really well.
Right.
And so, like, but the other 3 members of the band don't know. Like,
The funniest thing about the music that's being played right now is that the drum part is actually very easy to play. And I'm like thinking in my head like, oh shoot, I could do that actually. Like if I sat at a drum for about 30 minutes. Yeah.
it's the reputation.
It's a skill issue.
Yep, and that was a mistake.
Oh.
Yeah,
Less people will show up here.
you were awful.
Ooh, cool. Let's get some focus with our drummer. Well,
Oh!
Just
Less and
slowly
less
losing
detail.
definition.
Yeah.
Yeah. You must chase after our ruckus cacophony of blonde energy. Mm-hmm. I found you on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Why am I getting singled out?
Yeah. I'm gonna drown my frustrations in bubble tea.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice little sip of sugar. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Are you a dog? Ah! Uh-huh. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else! To see if you were serious.
Yeah, she wanted to make you appreciate it.
Damn. That's hilariously smart.
But
Basically saying, yeah,
that
it's
could backfire
impossible.
so bad.
But they're...
But you still suck.
Objectively...
I mean, playing solo versus playing in a group is a very different thing, but gets further and further behind. Yeah.
Vague things. How does that work?
Yeah. I mean, all being able to play well together is probably important. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. So, like... Yeah.
I'm waiting for her head to, like, hit
Right.
Tita's.
Oh.
What?
Oh my god.
Whose idea was this?
Rio's, obviously.
Yeah, Oh my god.
Wow, that's...
Oh my god.
Rio, I love you.
I am very curious if this set of hairstyles is gonna stick around or...
No, definitely
I mean, there's no way.
It's another memory, it's a picture.
Yep. Yeah, then they take it off. Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Yep, sliced it. Practicing a lot. Ain't got time to bleed.
Hey, you're consistently making eye contact.
Basic humanity. A single cell organism.
Okay.
Someone's not super confident.
Yeah.
Let's talk on the way. Yep. Someone's about to exude big leader energy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, it's actually something that I was kind of wanting to do for a long time. Oh. Yes, I,
ギターヒーローでネット配信するのも楽しいし、私に合ってる事実もあったり、目標っていうか夢があるから熱くなりすぎるっていうか、ぼっちちゃんに無理させちゃってたりするかなとか。無理なんてないです。ならよかった。にじかちゃんのバンドやる理由は売れて武道館ライブですよ。本当の夢はその先にある。まだぼっちちゃんには秘密だよ。
Yeah, that always seemed like a like a nice one to tell people, but
right. But what's
Okay.
past that?
バンドやってる理由。
all right, animation's about to pop off. I can feel it.
Yep. We've never actually seen them play properly as a band together.
結束バンドです。
Let's get it.
ギターと孤独と青い星って曲、人気になってチヤホヤされたいっていうのは変わりない。
Yeah, shut your eyes. Just feel it.
私だけじゃない。
Okay.
この4人でだ。って何かわからなかった。
All right.
もう今私はこの4人でチヤホヤされて、
I'm waiting for the time when she gets like the crazy like guitar
その
solo.
夢も叶えてあげたい。こんなオーデ
The
ィション
build is
する
good.
わけにはいかない。バンドを終わらせたくない。
Yeah. All right. They're feeling it. They're feeling it. Woo! Let's go! Boom.
Hiding her smile.
Yeah.
いいんじゃないって言いたいところだが、肩に力入れすぎ、
Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say.
下向きすぎ。
You got to be able to put on the performance.
I was literally gonna. Oh my god. Half the criticisms.
がどういうバンドかは分かったけどね。
ありがとうございました。
何そのリアクション。いや、だからどういうバンドか分かっ
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You expressed yourself.
多分合格ってことだと思います。
Nice.
No, you
No,
never
you
said
never
that.
said that.
お姉ちゃんわかりにくす。
He did it. He fucking did it. Oh my gosh. Oh.
ようも気づいた。
They grow up so fast.
ぼっちちゃんの演奏。少しの間だったけど。北さんすみません。
Avert your angle. Ah!
Oh my god. That is amazing.
This is art. This is brilliant.
Yeah, with the
Yes, show us
strings in
the
the
ball.
background. Yeah.
Yeah, Nagano Prefecture. Hell yeah.
慣れないことしたから遺産がないように。そりゃ一応もびっくりするよ。合格だったし、私は最初から
Yes, of course you did.
考えてたし。
Oh damn.
みんなで写真撮りましょう。まず床を掃除させる。
かなりうまいな。明らかなチームプレーの経験不足、自分の実力を発揮できてない。
Mm-hmm.
もっと成長できるの。
I'm so impressed with the performance because they actually showed in the animation all the things that they were doing
That were
wrong.
like, yeah.
店長さん、
I'll bring them up in the discussion, but
自信を持って
it's pretty cool.
自分を認めてくれる人間がいる。
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it's gonna be.
さっきの調子乗りすぎだったかな。
ちゃんと見てるからな。
That's the worst! No, that's the
yeah,
worst!
yeah. Yeah, dead.
あの子たちが好きだったんでしょう。ライブスケジュールずっと一枠空けてた。
Eh.
出す気はなかったよ。
No.
まだ荒削りだけど、なんか感じるものは。
Hey.
バンドを育ててあげた方がいいじゃん。
The trials of the older sibling.
Yeah.
じゃあライブまでさらに頑張って
Yes.
バンドレベル上げ
All right.
Level up!
新曲の歌詞よろしく。
Oh,
Wait, I'm writing for the new song too?
どんどん楽しくなってきたね、加藤さん。
oh,
そうだ。
Yes. Clench that fist.
yes.
結束バンドの冒険はこれからだ。一人5枚ずつで。ノルマ5枚。ノルマ5枚。ノルマ5
Nope, that's not exactly.
今度こそ完全に終わった。
It's okay, Bocchi. Like, you've got, like, a frenetic extrovert in the group who's probably going to invite, like, 25 people, and, like,
That is definitely a
7 are
possibility.
going to show up. So that counts for, 2
Right.
of yours,
Well, I'm just waiting for the point where she's just like, okay, I'm desperate. She goes to her channel and she's like, hey, I'm gonna be doing a thing here, and
Yeah, then, like, 100 people show up.
Right, right.
And it's just like, fuck!
yeah.
Oh, my God.
And everyone else is like, how did this happen?
And folks like, I have no idea. What are you talking about? I'm going back to the box
yeah,
again, by the way.
she's so insecure that she still doesn't, like, believe that it would be for her.
Exactly, yeah. And then they wouldn't necessarily know which one is her.
Sure.
Well, no, there's
they
only
wouldn't.
2. Well, actually,
With her guitar playing?
no.
And if she dresses the same.
No. Because Kita's there. There's 2 guitarists.
Right, but Kita does vocals as well. And if Bocchi did
Yeah,
vocals...
but Bocchi doesn't.
No, exactly. So, since she doesn't do any vocals in her covers...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. That's a connection.
No, yeah, it
I'm
doesn't
saying that people
inherently,
might
like,
end up
disprove it.
imprinting the idea that, oh, look, she's so, like, jovial and stuff, and they actually think it's Kita.
Oh, because she's, like, fits
Especially if
more of
she
a
learns
image in their
from
head.
Bocchi, she'll learn Bocchi's style of playing as well. Which means that they might end up sounding within the next, like, few months actually pretty similar in terms of the way that they play.
They made it!
They did it.
They're gonna be able to perform!
So good.
You did good.
Yeah, they did so good. So we got ourselves a very funny start to the episode.
Yes.
Focusing on a lot of them just trying to figure out, okay, like, what does this all mean? How are we going to make this work?
Obviously, we gotta get matching hair, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
most important thing.
We're going to turn
Yep.
ourselves into a pseudo boy band of sorts. That's a great
And
idea.
we'll just be partying hard, 24/7.
Yep. Dalliances with women.
That's right.
I mean, at the very least, we have the red and blue gays, that definitely want, to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Rio was just like, oh no, all you have to do is just stand at this particular location with a guitar and people will approach you.
Look listful.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, the guitar attraction energy is such a thing.
It's totally a thing.
And
yeah.
so that was a lot of fun that Rio commented on it, because she is absolutely the type of person that would, like, use that to just be like, oh yeah, I'll just look at these imbeciles just flocking to me just because I do this thing.
It gives big confidence energy in your own. There's no necessity for you to exude energy to attract people.
Right.
And that there's something really powerful about that when you realize that as an introvert, you've been practicing your whole life to just exude like a persona and energy that doesn't need you to actually consume or spend energy.
Right.
And it's just like, this is a cheat code. And you're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yes, it is. And it's like, but it requires prep time being made to not just, condition your face properly, your outfit properly, but also your stance, your posture.
Right.
And I will say that is one of the things I love about talking to people that have, like, figured out how to overcome their social anxiety as introverts, is that they have a posture and a stance that is just so powerful that you're like, oh.
Because it's that whole less is more.
Exactly.
Silent, mysterious, rather than silent, I don't know anybody here. I'm not sure if I want to, like, talk to people.
Yeah, it is attractive. It is powerful. It is, it's incredible. So, wonderful. Let's learn from our master introvert over
Yes.
here. But we had some drama stuff cook up with Nijika, our resident leader.
Right. Our resident one that really hasn't had many faults so far in the show. So I like that they brought this up here of showing the ways in which, like, yes, when her sister is concerned, it does get on her nerves a bit. And maybe, she reacts a bit more than she should or is helpful, you know. But
Her also desire to have something with this band happen that she's not willing to communicate as well is not a weakness, but it's something that shows that she's not fully connected to these girls yet.
Right.
And while she might have already told, Rio this, for instance, she hasn't told Bocchi this because, she's they're not there yet as a band, and that's
Yeah.
a really fun thing to see. Progression that's not tied to Bocchi's social anxiety, but something that will reinforce her confidence in herself when she then looks back
Yes.
on these moments and memories and goes, wait, I am progressing, I am growing, oh god, and then anxiety and all that kicks in, and it might be undone in terms of the way she thinks about it, but no, we see it, and it's real, it's happening. She is looking people in the eye, she is actually playing with a lot more confidence.
There's a lot of progress happening, even if Bocchi doesn't give herself enough credit to actually take note of it. Really, I mean, she kind of does, but it's
kinda does,
it's still always the negative perspective of, oh yeah, but so I'm at starting what was it? I'm at starting line
Base.
for human
Yes.
competence or whatever. It's okay, well maybe give yourself a bit more credit than that.
That's really cool.
But I'm very curious what kind of venue the Budokan is, because
It's a big one.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
believe
it's
it's a really big
20,000.
one. Yeah,
It's like 20,000 people.
right. So if
at
Nijika's
least
dream is something bigger than that,
beyond that.
Yeah, beyond
I
that,
don't think
right.
it's bigger. I think it's the idea that
Right.
the Budokan is just a really cool moment. But I think what she's more excited about is the life and what that would mean
Well,
if she
yeah,
was doing
it's-
that with other people.
something that is not necessarily measurable, that is of higher value.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it's the emotion, the connection, the actual living and breathing and doing band life with some other people that she really cares about.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
could see
that classic friendship angle there that I think is the main reason why she's doing this, not just with Rio, but with these girls as well. She's like, oh, this is sweet. Like, I actually do like these people, and I
There was a
very much like to keep this going. Yeah.
There was a part of me that was wondering if it had something to do with her older sister, because
Possibly.
approval, respect, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Because her sister interacts with a bunch of bands and things like that. So it's like yes, I want to play at this big venue and all that stuff. But, what I would really love to do is, to get my sister to be like, oh yeah, my little sister's pretty awesome,
Yeah, I think she would have to have a very, very low opinion of her sister to make her think that if she went to the Budokan, that she wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and
So
right, not that wouldn't happen if she went to the Budokan, but more of like the, just something that she sees as being much more valuable, because but.
yeah.
Okay.
The animation on the band playing and stuff like that was one of my favorite parts of this episode. It was all in 2D, which, coming from Zombieland Saga, I have to appreciate that so
Yes.
much. Whereas
Yes, that is true.
we're okay with it being in 3D. We understand that it's hard to do synchronized dances and
yeah.
all that. And because there wasn't a lot of movement up on stage, which I want to talk about in a really cool way here, it was actually probably reasonable to do it in 2D. But that was a very, very fun thing to have happen, because the criticisms that Nijika's sister brought up, we don't have her name on here for Starry Club and stuff, but brought up were all things that actually are very, very typical band problems for newer players and stuff like that. So with Nijika, she's stiff with the drums. There's a lot of ways you can interpret that, but one of them is the fact that she was literally holding the sticks way too tightly. Like, she was holding them like they were like battle axes and stuff. She needed to death grip them. So you could see her hands were literally balled into fists, which you can do that, but you don't want to do that for the long term. You only want to do that when you're going into super
really
fast, crazy,
going ham
good-
on the drums or something like
exactly,
that, yeah.
because you don't want them to fly out of your hands. But when you're really good at the drums, or you're just decently better at the drums, when you're just doing some snare, hi-hat combo stuff, you don't need to death grip them, and it can sound worse if you're, because you'll literally won't let them have that little bit of reverb when it hits the stuff there. So anyway, really cool stuff there. But then also the bass player being told, hey, you're just kind of you're kind of holed up in your own little world, which is the exact
Of course, for Rio. Yeah.
Well, of course, for Rio as a person, but it's the exact opposite thing you'd want as a bass player, because bass players get that opportunity to be super free up on stage. And also, you can kind of thump out the bass a little bit more, Rio. You don't have to play that quiet. Like that, I was thinking in my head, like, are we going to bring up sound mixing soon? Or is that just Rio playing quietly? Because I think it's both.
That totally could have been the Bocchi's having a moment, so we end up focusing on her guitar a bit more. It could be the, bass is generally harder to pick out, in like band playing in general, as opposed to like electric guitar. But when you've actually like practiced it, it's actually really easy to pick out the bass.
Yeah. If the bass is there, like doing their thing as they're supposed to. A bass line is actually one of the like funnest things to pick out because you can isolate it and you can hear this very simple but fun beat going on there, and then you realize that it blends and connects into all the other instruments playing, and you're like, holy shit, the bass is actually like the foundation of the entire sound. And that's when it's going
right. That's
really
what's
well.
Needed. Yeah.
Well, right. But like, Rio's was extremely quiet, and also she was kind of just. When I've been to like performances and stuff like that, where the bass player is actually the wildest one up on stage because they have that freedom of just like they're just kind of doing this,
Right, so they can put on all the showmanship. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, and that's more of the vibe that I got from that comment. I didn't get as much the quiet bass playing thing, but just the Rio, your stoic, sort of exterior and stuff. That can be great for when you're not on stage, right?
Sure.
But when you're on stage, this is a performance, not just a musical one, but in music without passion, there's no point, right? So, even if you have a bunch of internal passion, if they can't see that physically, right, with how you're playing, they might be able to feel it if they're able to listen to your music, right? But if you're just sort of just sitting there, it's dead space, right?
It doesn't add anything.
No.
It's a net zero. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the other one was just the guitarist looking down so much is just too real, because that's the one instrument that I actually had some experience with, and the amount of time I would spend looking at my fingers going
make sure
from
they're going to the right places.
Yeah, exactly. That's classic. But the fun thing was that Bocchi, the one who's the good guitar player, actually like had a moment a little bit when she started to lean into it and was okay with it, where she I believe she closed her eyes, and instead of looking down, she just kind of looks just generally forward here. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, because the reasons why they probably are looking down too much would be totally different from Kita to Bocchi, because, with Kita, it's I'm not as new to the guitar, and I'm also singing, so I need to make sure that I'm actually, hitting the notes that I'm supposed to be hitting. But then for Bocchi, it's oh no, generally she's going to be looking down most of the time anyways, because there's going to be a whole crowd of people out there. Oh yeah, that'll be definitely something she'll have to work on.
Oh, okay. So no, she did not close her eyes. She more, if anything, just kind of
started leaning into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the most physically active of anyone on the stage, which is interesting.
Her stomp.
Yeah.
Her stomp was
her stomp and her bobbing her head to the music and everything. Yeah. She was, well, if you think about it, a leader in that way.
She shifted the whole momentum of the song and the band and stuff right there. And that was really cool. Also, I really liked Kita having those moments when she was singing, and then she would take a break from the guitar there, where it was almost like this is what the person who's not necessarily the best at their instrument is going to do. They're going to figure out some clever ways where it makes sense for her to take a break from playing her instrument. Not just because she's singing, because obviously that, but there was a point after that as well where they kind of let her kind of rev back up into it. So all in all, this just feels like classic amateur band stuff that is good music and stuff. But I feel like there's times when we'll watch these anime high schoolers or junior high
and then
they're just playing at national level,
right? And it's okay, hang on.
Yeah, right, because there's some dissonance of, well, they have actual performers playing the music,
right? So
you can't have them sound bad.
It is much easier to just play really well than to play a specific level of not quite there yet.
Yeah,
that's
you messed up in a very, very special kind of
way.
Right,
exactly. It's oh yeah, that's a bit tougher. But also something that I want to say that I really appreciate is that this also gives us as the audience a way to be able to still be excited and see the progression, because in past experiences when I've seen, like, when I think of, like, say, Given, for instance, right? They
sure.
had a few different times where they performed, and it was awesome. It was super
Right.
hype. You love to see it, but once you already do one performance, how's the other performance supposed to
Going to
mean more,
differentiate
right?
itself,
you
yeah.
you either have it just so that the characters are going into it with like different expectations
Different
or something,
environment.
yeah, or you make the crowd bigger, but that's not really going
It's
to
not really
change
gonna
the
change that
experience
much,
that
yeah.
we have of watching our favorite characters play the song, right?
True,
So
true.
having something where they're still learning the ropes, they still don't exactly know the way to put on the physical performance of it, right, or the visual performance of it. That's something that then we can be like, yes, when they get to play their first concert and there's the lights and the crowd and they start really going ham, that's going to be fantastic. That's going to be
very
awesome.
cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And also, Big Sister was actually like keeping a slot open for them. She's
got the
waiting for them to
tsundere.
have their bit there. But I loved the way that the sister was handled this episode, because not only was she like, oh, I'm kind of a tsundere with this whole thing here. Yeah, I'm not really good at expressing myself, straightforward and clearly. But Bocchi, you've got talent, girl. I gotta like let her know that like I know that she's talented, but I don't want to like make a comparison thing of like, oh, you're so much better than Kita.
Yeah.
But be like, I see you, okay? I cannot tell you how relatable that is that Bocchi was like, she's watching me. Oh God.
Right,
because no.
That's either the kind of thing that with someone like Bocchi, it's either going to make them cry, like because like out of some cathartic experience, or just the, oh my God, that is the worst thing you could have said to me.
Right, but the kinds of things that Bocchi could be misinterpreting it for are things that totally make sense to be misinterpreted.
You can't hide anything in front of me.
Right,
I see all
watching
your
you.
insecurities and vulnerabilities.
I see how you're like hiding up there on the stage, thinking that no one can see your panic,
all that
your emotion,
neuroticism,
all that neuroticism, everything there.
I'm on track with all of it.
And it's also one of the things that I think is particularly frustrating a lot as a neurotic introvert, because a lot of people just think introvert and then they think, oh, you think that you must be Bocchi, basically. But no, I think a lot of times people don't realize that a person who is keeping themselves protected underneath layers of stuff, whatever that is, actually feels desperately in desire to be seen in certain ways, but it's not in the stance of, oh, I'm watching you. It's the, well, what did you see? Because it's the, I need you to prove actually that you're seeing just something real that's me, versus you're just kind of lazily looking at the surface stuff and going, yeah, I can see that you are nervous, and it's like, well, yes, but maybe you do see a little bit of why, and it's the, well, yes, there's something there that's talent. This is why communication is so important, but just the idea of, hey, Bocchi, I see your talent, and that it's hard for you to play in a group up there, but that you're really trying, and your talent comes through in those moments where you feel confident in your ability to just shine forth in the moment.
That's the only thing you really need to figure out, is how to play with a group, because you got everything else more or less figured out. So, keep it up.
Gambate.
Right?
Yeah.
But, because one of the defining characteristics of Nichika's sister so far is that she is bad at communicating. Well, she just does this.
Yep.
There you go.
Very cool. Very cool. But also just now that they have to get tickets and stuff, and they've brought up money so many times in this episode, I love that it's the, okay, cool. So the ticket...
2 tickets.
...is, well, right, but the ticket quota is 20 tickets at 1,500 yen each.
Right, for the band as a
So to
whole.
put this in perspective here, they need $300 of sales minimum.
Right.
Minimum.
Yep.
Which I will say, for a newly started band, while yes, you can grab your family, right? This is for every single performance that they do here.
Your band,
ever.
your family is not going to necessarily go to every single performance.
And this is the story of all like young startup bands and stuff like that, is that they get probably about 2 or maybe 3 performances in before they're like, so we're just going to play in our garage and kind of just record ourselves and then hope that we can get a little bit of, attention online or something.
And that's where, like, I feel like
nowadays.
I feel like this situation is the perfect setup. I'm going to make a Place Further than Universe comparison where we can have the slight miracle happen, right? Where it's this person's child actress, and so she's got an in. Bocchi has an in because she's got 30,000 subscribers online, right?
I will tell you, though.
And probably way more people that actually know about her.
I really hope that doesn't come up quickly, because one of the struggles about being in a band like this is just that, no, you're not going to have a miracle like that happen. Mm-hmm. It's going to come about by you grinding and then going to people and places and stuff like this and just trying to sell yourself over and over and over again.
Right.
And your band, of course. But it's you really are going to need that recorded, like, thing that you can pass along to people. Otherwise, this would fizzle out really quickly, realistically.
I am very curious to see how that ends up being brought in, because if it ends up being something where that's just the way to showcase that Bocchi has put in all of the hard work and grind with getting good at the guitar to be able to play in a band and have this sort of protagonist energy of, like, oh, the unique skill that, the protagonist has, we'll be watching your career with great interest, right?
Right.
She has that, and then maybe then it's just doesn't she sound kind of like, so-and-so, that just, the odd person makes a comment of at some point down the road.
Right. And while I don't know what the average subscriber count is for a YouTuber from Japan, I know that 30,000 subs is a decent amount for a cover artist.
Yeah.
Like, 30,000 is a year or two away from, like, 250,000.
Right. The subscriber to viewership
is the big thing.
Is a big thing.
And that's the thing, is that a good cover artist, their songs will sit there for 5 years and eventually hit 1 million views if they're good.
Right.
Like that, that will happen regardless of your subscriber
people will be
count.
looking for their kind of content. So yeah,
right. So, if you're covering good songs that last a long time, like the scary cool thing with Bocchi is that she could end up, like, getting very big on YouTube without the band and stuff like that. But
sure,
if she ends up being the multi-purpose, multimedia kind of content creator, where it's yes, I have my online stuff here,
and now come watch me live.
Yeah, she could create a story at some like local, like, newspaper level or TV station level.
What I would love to see is for Bocchi, we can assume that she's continuing the cover postings, like, while the band stuff is happening. Potentially.
Yeah, but they might bring that up in that she's not. That could be interesting.
And since they're covers, maybe her upload schedule is, like, really infrequent, like once a month or something like that, right? Sure. But I would love the comical setup for a situation where Bocchi is, like, making one of her covers, and then, like, I don't know, somehow Rio comes over and Mom lets Rio in. Oh, you're one of her friends and stuff. Oh, Bocchi's over there. And then Rio just, like, sits outside the closet and is just listening, and she's like, wait a minute,
that would be funny. Yeah.
And
but then she looks up at the ceiling and the walls and is like, oh my god. Bocchi,
yeah,
if you're gonna murder us, can you please murder me first? But all right, y'all, we've got ourselves a really, really strong episode 5. This is usually that moment in the, like, cute girls doing cute things show where it's all right, we've ironed in the direction fully. Yep. It's now just
rubber
taking
meets the road.
steps.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go fast and far. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below. For our Patreon, you can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.